Comparative Analyst Office, which says the state has failed to prioritize getting benefits to workers quickly. Says California is too focused on preventing fraud to get those payments processed as soon as possible. The state's Employment Development Department estimates the state paid about $20 billion in fraudulent benefits during the pandemic, with almost all of that money coming from a now defunct federal program for independent contractors and the self-employed. KCBS News Time 8:33. The greatest of all time is calling it quits, or is she? We'll get an update on that from Ted in Sports in just a minute.
In order for small businesses to thrive, they need to be smart, efficient, agile, staying ahead of the market at every turn, and finding ways to do more with less. That's never been more important than it is right now. So for a limited time, Comcast Business is introducing Small Business Savings, a deal for companies across the country. When you call in now, you can get powerful internet for just $39 a month for 12 months. $39 a month. No annual contract and a money-back guarantee. All on the largest, fastest, reliable network for small businesses, with a company that powers more businesses than anyone else. So if you're a small business owner, don't wait. Call and get started today. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Offer ends 9/21/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 50 megabits per second internet customers only. Requires EcoBill and AutoPay. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. Call or go online for details. After promo, regulatory supply. All natural stone. Transform your home into a piece of art with their exclusive collection of tile, natural stone, and porcelain. Visit allnaturalstone.com. Coming up on KCBS, I'm Marty Schaefer in Oakland. Roll up your sleeves with the Red Cross to donate blood, and you could win gas for a year. KCBS News Time 8:45. Let's head over to the Bay Area Chevy Dealer Sports Desk to chat with Ted Ramey. Nobody's using the R word, so those of us, and by that I mean me, who might be in denial, can believe that Serena Williams will not retire.
Yes, well, she's not using the retirement term because she says that is a taboo topic in her household. She's calling it an evolution of her life as she cites a desire to grow her family. Serena Williams penned an essay for Vogue.com, which came out earlier this morning, talking about what is next. She says the countdown has begun and that she will relish the next few weeks. She's 40 years old now. She is currently playing in the Canadian Open, and she will play at the Western and Southern Open next week. She said she would try to play at the U.S. Open at the final tournament and one last attempt to tie Margaret Court's all-time record of 24 major championships. Serena has been playing professionally since 1995, and in citing her desire to grow her family, she acknowledges that as a woman, that's much more of a physical onus on her, and she says that if she was a man, she alluded to being a career like Tom Brady that could potentially still be going at age 45, which she says
KCBS traffic and weather sponsored by Goal Zero Solar Generators. We are heading back to the Los Altos Hills with Kim as she checks your roads for you. That's an overturned crash. It's northbound 280 right before you get to Page Mill, Melissa, blocking the two left lanes with the fire department who has responded to the scene. And traffic is really jamming up now from even beyond Magdalena. So we may have a second crash at Magdalena. According to CHP, it looks like there's 3 cars involved with this, but they've pulled off to the right shoulder still. This is a long stretch of stop and go trying to make your way out to Page Mill. Again, stay to the right. It's the 2 left lanes that remain blocked here. Northbound 280 through San Jose, only slowing now at the 17-880 interchange. It's beginning to loosen up a bit. 101 is still slow coming up from Hellier as you approach the Tully turnoff. Then a little bit more slowing around 280 out toward the Key. Slow pockets of traffic into Santa Clara as you make your way into Mountain View. In fact, that's a pretty slow stretch. We'll call it mostly sluggish up the rest of the Mountain View area. As for the main by the Walk Shop in Berkeley, the Bay Area's favorite walking shoe store, inviting you to put a spring in your step. Well, the Red Cross is offering gasoline as a potential reward for blood donors during the month of August. KCBS's Margie Schaefer reports O negative and platelet donors are especially needed.
This reward will likely be attractive to a lot of people. Your chance to win gas for a year, up to $6,000 worth, thanks to the Red Cross. Those who donate blood during the month of August will be entered into a drawing for the prize. There will be 3 winners.
We just have 20% decrease in our blood donation and platelet donation supply, so we're just reaching everybody who has the potential to do a life-saving act.
Martine Gagliano with the Red Cross explains 62% of people are eligible to donate, but just 3% do. Among them, Ellen Jost, who got back into donating on a regular basis during COVID.
Because of all of the hospitalizations, there was a blood shortage, and especially with children, it's just something easy that I can do.
All donors also receive a $10 e-gift card of their choice, but the best reward may be the chance to save a life.
You can go to redcrossblood.org.
There are blood drives scheduled across the Bay Area all this month. In Oakland, Margie Schaefer, KCBS.
The Instagram stories have been posted. The big names have left town, but the cleanup from this weekend's Outside Lands Festival is far from over. KCBS's Megan Goldsby reports from San Francisco's Golden Gate Park.
If you live here or use the park, it is something you have to deal with every year when the festival comes to town. Chain link fence, blocking off favorite running spots and dog walking paths for a long time before and after Outside Lands. But imagine if you've never been to the park and are just trying to figure out how to get around on one of those tiny maps attached to a rental bicycle. That's what Sean, who's visiting from the UK, was doing when I talked to him near the bison paddock.
Yeah, we started off at the Science Academy and then we just came around this way, but we had diversions, but I kind of understand them, I think there was some nice ones, wasn't there?
They had a big music show that had 3 days.
Yeah, I thought so.
He says he appreciates people having a good time, so the detours were not an issue. I watched trucks cart away bags of garbage and some interior fencing. The San Francisco Rec and Parks didn't respond to our request for information on just how long that exterior fencing will remain. It can be a nuisance, thus says San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
Over the 15-year existence of Outside Lands, Rec and Parks Department has been so fortunate enough to generate at least $31 million.
In Golden Gate Park, Megan Goldsby, KCBS.
How would you like to cruise through an actual boat, or on an actual boat through wine country? Well, now you can. The San Francisco Bay Cruises new riverboat tour, a round-trip voyage beginning in Sacramento that will wind its way through the San Joaquin, Napa, and San Francisco rivers, will disembark for the first time in February. It is a luxurious trip with tickets to board the American Jazz ship costing upwards of $6,000. We are on to the Money Watch now on KCBS with Erica Herskowitz in for Jason today.
Hey there, Melissa. Well, Snapchat is launching a new parental control feature that will allow parents to keep an eye on who their children have been snapping with. The new in-app feature called Family Center is a first-of-its-kind tool that will show parents their kids' friends lists and who they've been messaging with over a week, but it won't allow them to actually read their kids' snaps. Meanwhile, Google and Sonos are at it again. Google's suing Sonos over voice control technology, alleging infringement on several patents. It's not the first time these two companies have been at court. Google lost its previous patent case earlier this year over speaker volumes control. Right now on Wall Street, the Dow is down 6 points, the Nasdaq down 145, and the S&P 500 is down 13. I'm Erica Herskowitz, Bloomberg Business for KCBS.
You're listening to Sleep Apnea Classics. Next up, a performance for those who yearn for restful sleep by the CPAP Struggle Orchestra. And now, bedtime. If sleep apnea and CPAP struggles are ruining your sleep, Inspire may work for you. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body at the click of a remote. That's right, a button. As you sleep, Inspire keeps you breathing normally and sleeping, well, like a baby. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com.
Inspire, sleep apnea innovation. Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Who's feeling pretty good about the car they drive right now? Ask anyone who owns a Honda.
I love my Honda CR-V.
I'd recommend a Honda to anybody.
Pricing? I mean, for what you get, it's amazing.
According to J.D. Power, Honda's the #1 brand for residual value. New Hondas are arriving daily. See your NorCal Honda dealer today.
Based on J.D. Power U.S. ALG 36-month residual value forecast for 2022 mainstream models. For J.D. Power 2022 award info, visit jdpower.com/awards.
Visit NorCalHondaDealers.com.
Shouldn't you breathe clean air all day, every day? Help protect yourself with IQ Air's Health Pro Plus Air Purifier, the #1 large room air purification choice for viruses. These Swiss-made air purifiers were chosen by the Hong Kong Hospital Authority not only for SARS-CoV-1, but also SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. Using patented industry-leading hyper-HEPA filtration, the Health Pro Plus captures particles down to 0.003 microns, the smallest that exists. Now and for a limited time only, use the promo code KCBS5 and save 5% on your Autumn or Health Pro Plus air purifier. Visit IQAir.com/US or call 888-409-6202. That's IQAir.com/US or call 888-409-6202. Help protect your loved ones and get the healthy indoor air that you deserve today.
KCBS News Time 8:58. We are headed back to your local Honda dealer's traffic center to get an update on this drive from Kim Wonderly and the situation in the Los Altos Hills in particular. Yeah, it doesn't look good on northbound 280. You might want to think about using Foothill Expressway to avoid this growing backup. It's a flipped over vehicle north 280 before you get to Page Mill. 2 left lanes are blocked with the fire department assisting here, so we have traffic jammed up well before you even get to Magdalena, where there's said to be another crash off to the right shoulder. That doesn't help. Also, we have a problem on westbound 80 at El Portal. Word of an accident in the left lane with 2 cars as you come down the East Shore Freeway. Also see some delay from Hercules from Highway 4 down to Pinole Valley Road. That stretch looks slower than it should be. Nothing reported there, though. And in San Francisco, we have word of a crash on southbound 101 just after Silver Avenue. Looks like the left lane is blocked here. The James Lick Freeway southbound 101 is backing up from Cesar Chavez, and it's slowing on the northbound side, too, as people are looking over the divider. So new crash south 101 just after Silver. Stay out of the fast lane. Your next update, 9:08 on the traffic leader, KCBS. A lot of sunshine around the Bay Area expected throughout the afternoon today. We've got a lot of sunshine already, quite frankly. Some patchy fog hugging the coastline today. Otherwise, sunny skies, highs in the 60s at the beaches, 70s by the bay, and into the 80s inland. Tomorrow will look and feel very similar. We'll have a little bit of morning overcast and a lot of sun. and it will get warmer inland, maybe reaching the 90s in some spots. We've got traffic and weather together on the 8th on KCBS. Tuesday, August 9th, 2022, coming up on KCBS. I'm Holly Kwong. A plan to expand monkeypox supplies by only
Red light camera ahead.
of a dose.
I'm Jennifer Hodges. How California ranks when it comes to our children dealing with depression and anxiety.
And there are plenty of questions about the FBI's raid on former President Trump's Florida estate. Good morning and thanks for joining us. I'm Melissa Colross. CBS News covers the world next.
When you need to know, KCBS AM, KFRC FM, and HD1, San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, and Odyssey Station.
9 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Liberty Mutual Insurance. I'm Steve Chafin. Former President Trump and other Republicans are using the word weaponization to refer to the FBI's move to search Trump's Mar-a-Lago estates. Former prosecutor Harry Litman suspects it's based on strong evidence.
This is a big-time move that in part is going to be stepping on a hornet's nest. It's not the same as saying they'll charge him, but man, they are treating him like any other criminal suspect, and that's high drama.
CBS's Major Garrett says this is believed to be connected to the investigation into whether classified documents were taken from the White House.
This would be something the Justice Department would have to review at the highest levels, and a grand jury and a judge would have to say there is probable cause to execute a search warrant because that search warrant is in pursuit of a possible crime having been committed.
South Carolina Republican Senator Tim Scott tells CBS Mornings,
it has to be something of incredible magnitude for at least my side of the aisle to say that was warranted. Without that, I think we're going to find ourselves in a very big mess.
Well, President Biden has signed a bill into law that's designed to boost semiconductor and other high-tech manufacturing.
The CHIPS and Science Act supercharges our efforts to make semiconductors here in America. Tiny computer chips that are the building blocks for our modern economy, powering everything from smartphones to dishwashers, automobiles.
Well, monkeypox vaccine clinics have reopened in San Francisco, one of the cities where case numbers have been rising fast.
We are angry. We are outraged.
Members of San Francisco's LGBTQ community demanded a faster federal response to monkeypox, which is spread primarily among men who have sex with men. Hundreds waited in line outside vaccination clinics after the city received another shipment of vaccine.
I want to be safe. I don't want to get it.
It starts in the periphery with people that nobody cares about, and then it just works its way in.
SF Health Director Dr. Grant Colfax says the 10,000 doses will help, but they are far from sufficient.
We need more vaccine.
Matt Bigler for CBS News, San Francisco.
Heat and drought are issues in California and other states, and far beyond the USA.
The drought affecting much of Europe is now so bad that irrigation has been banned in parts of France, leading to warnings that crops could fail. More than 100 French towns are now getting water delivered by tankers. In Italy, the Po River is drying up, and here in the UK, tens of millions of people have been banned from watering their gardens and washing their cars. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Writing in Vogue magazine, 40-year-old Serena Williams says she's getting ready to step away from pro tennis to focus on business and having a second child. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 27 points.